Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So guys, hope you've all been doing great. I just got back in from vacation. We went to St. Louis. I live in Kentucky, so it's about a four and a half hour drive, about 5.5 hours, maybe 6 with kids. All the potty stops, the food, everything like that. But it was a great time. I want to know, I got some pictures to share with you guys as well. But before I do that, and before I pull my shards, I want to know, what did I miss out on? So I know there was a letter that was sent out from, I guess, Sun Wukong, the possible new champion coming up. It was sent out and I actually missed it. So I guess I'm on Santa's naughty list and I don't get messages or mail from Plarium, unfortunately, because I did not get that letter whatsoever. I do know it expired and I still don't have it. So I feel a little bit left out, not gonna lie. However, moving past that, was there anything interesting new going on outside of that? Let me know down in the comment section below. But before I pull shards, which I'm gonna be guaranteed for a legendary because I'm gonna make it happen, I am, let's see, according to RSL Helper, 81 ancients with no legendary yet. So after my 71, I'm still not going to be at mercy, but I'm going to buy some shards until we hit a legendary because I need some gold, guys. I need some gold. And as far as the fusion goes, I do believe I'm on track. I actually had TeamViewer, which is a remote desktop accessing app for my phone. So I had it access to my PC. So when I was on vacation, I was able to keep the multi-battles running. So Fire Knight and Dungeon Divers, man, that Dungeon Divers was very, very time consuming. Like I wasn't even on my phone doing it. Like watching it from the vacation spot to the PC at the house, I was accessing it from my phone. I'm like, dang, this has ran a lot of Fire Nights. Like it was hours and hours and on end. So I'm just wondering, how could players who just use it on their phone run it for that long straight? Like I'd have to set it beside my bed, probably with a fan, so my phone didn't overheat, and let it run overnight to actually finish the Dungeon Divers. Granted, I did delay to the last minute, so that's why it may take so long especially, but these Dungeon Diver events have been pretty high in points. Like they've been difficult to finish. Definitely difficult to finish, but either way, guys, let me show y'all some pictures real quick for those of you who are interested. So this is the aquarium, me and my youngest. The aquarium, the St. Louis aquarium, it was very nice, like especially in the beginning. Like we have a little clock design here with some, like a clock aquarium. They designed it all very nice, and this was like a gigantic screen with like the planets going by, which was funny. They were like zooming in on one of the planets, and it was coming down, and my oldest son thought it was about to fall on him, so he like ducked out of the way. I wish I would have got it on videos, but this was awesome. This picture is at the St. Louis Zoo. So we visited the aquarium the first day, and then we visited the zoo the next day. This enclosure for the boa is amazing. So the St. Louis Zoo has to be, well, I've only been to 2 zoos, so it's not really a whole lot to compare it to. I went to the Louisville Zoo, which is close to where I live, and the St. Louis Zoo. The St. Louis Zoo's exhibits blow the only other zoo that I've been to out of the water. Like this is incredible. For one boa, just like to give you an idea, typically this kind of boa, which I'm actually looking to buy a similar boa to this eventually, but people keep them in less than 8-foot enclosure. So like 8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot is big. So 8 foot wide, 4 foot deep, and 4 foot tall. That's a big enclosure for most keepers for this kind of boa. Most people probably say like 6 by 3 by 3. This is amazing. This boa has more than enough space as far as width-wise. It has height. It has water feature down here at the bottom. This looks really good. It's really cool to see that, especially comparing it to the zoo that I typically see. The animals aren't kept in bad conditions by no means, but they definitely don't have stuff like this. So this is the boa enclosure. Look very beautiful. This is my son cuddling with a king cobra. I mean, this seems like the most reasonable thing you could possibly do is lay on the ground next to a massive king cobra. This thing was probably 6-8 foot, maybe 6 to 8 foot, which I guess in meters, that's like what, almost 2 meters or so. I think a meter is like 3 foot possibly for those of you who use meters, which is everybody else other than the United States. But either way, this snake was very big. Definitely not a snake I'd recommend cuddling with at all. But apparently my son was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just cuddle with the king cobra. And that's a picture of us on the train. Train ride was super cool. That was at the St. Louis Zoo. This was also at the zoo. So the zoo picture's there. This was a little campfire we had. So we stayed at somewhere called KOA. So KOAs have campgrounds all across the US, as far as I'm aware. We stayed at those. So kind of did like stayed in a cabin, camped out, did some s'mores, did some hot dogs as well. Actually, no, we did not do any hot dogs. We just did s'mores, which that's really the best part, right? So now we stopped at some Wendy's, got a Frosty, which is not really part of the vacation. And this is the St. Louis Arch. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the arch in person, didn't get to go up on it, but we did see it. So there's a picture of it, my oldest son, and the arch itself. We missed that. Man, we had a lot of stuff to fit in. The zoo was huge. So if you want to go somewhere to get your, well, it's free, which is awesome. I mean, free is amazing as it is. The food is not, though. So if you go to a zoo, expect that zoo, St. Louis Zoo, that you're going to spend all day there. We were there for 6 hours and didn't even get to do all of it. We ran out of time. We were there from 11 until close. Our zoo, we usually spend maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 if we're going really slow. But this zoo was 6 hours. We still had 2 or 3 more areas to go through. So if you're ever close to St. Louis and want to check out the zoo, I definitely recommend it. We did go on a Thursday, so it probably wasn't going to be as busy. However, it was still very packed. Like, we should have got there right when it opened because all the parking was basically gone. We had to park on the road, and we got lucky that somebody was not in that spot because, yeah, if not, we would have parked very far away. Let me turn the sound effects up on this. So either way, that's our little trip. We got 5 minutes into the video, man. Oh, man. Maybe I cut some of that out, but hopefully you all enjoyed that little intro there. So here we go. Let's go ahead and jump through these 70 shards, see what kind of legendary champion I get. Like I said, I'm going to a Lego. Also, I wouldn't mind a corpulent cadaver because if you're up to date on the things that are happening with Hydra, you'll know that this little rare champion, he smacks. He destroys the clan boss and he destroys Hydra. I got Brogni, who's not being used, so I would love a copy of him. I'd also love a copy of the fear gun, the fire gun chick. Oh my goodness, did I not clear space? All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, so I cleared enough space that hopefully we can get a legendary and just be done from there. Like I was saying though, Corpulent Cadaver, would love to get a copy of him. Would love to get a copy of the fear gun. Oh, there we go, Corpulent Cadaver. I'm happy now because I'm gonna put up some big numbers for this Hydra Clash. I gotta make sure to keep that champion because I'll probably end up feeding him like I've done the other probably 30,000 copies I've pulled of him. I would like a legendary without spending many of my gems. Would love that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and see how many I'm at currently. So wait, it's not tracking. Dang it. Is it? Clearly it's not. Okay, no, it is not. It is not. It is not tracking. So I may not have been actually 81 shards without a legendary anyways. Where am I and what is happening? Huh. This is going to be another Corpulent Cadaver. Sweet. So now I got 2 of them. Can use them on my hard and my normal team up here. Actually, no. Hard and brutal. I guess hard is the only one I'm going to do it because I don't have the other champions to make it work on the higher stages. There we go. Legendary Ignatius, which is a new champion for me. That could be... Actually, we're going to check him out. That's not actually too bad. We got a lot of rare champions, though. Not for sure what's going on here. We got a lot of rares. I will check out Ignatius, though, because I think it's a champion who I do want to do some stuff with. I don't have him. So we're going to try him out. We did not get any of the fear gun, fire gun chick. However, that's okay. Hey, we came and got legendary. We finished out the champion chase tournament. We needed to for Emic, I hope. Yep, there we go. Excellent. No real reason to keep going deep. I mean, we just pulled the legendary, so we're pretty far from Mercy. Actually, that's probably the best time to do it is when you're far from Mercy with the Ancients. So maybe I should go gamble like... I'm trying to think. For extra legendary events, you want to be as close to Mercy as possible starting them. So if I was to like, I'm not going to buy like 100 shards and hope that I don't hit Mercy. That's going to be kind of silly. So let's not do that. Though it's not a terrible idea. Either way, let's check out Ignatius. Ignatius is a champion who got some awesome burn mechanics. Got a pretty solid kit in general. I think I already passed him up. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't have him. Hey, look at this. Ignatius. There you go, buddy. All right, so what does he bring? He's A1. 15% chance, books up to 25% chance placing stun. Cool. But his A2 and his A3 are what's most important. Mostly his A3. So his A2 is an AoE attack with a 75% chance of placing provoke for 1 turn. That's good. I would like for it to be a better chance of placing provoke. It's a 4-turn cooldown. That's not too bad. But I feel like 100% chance of placing provoke would be, well, better, right? Of course it's better, but why not give that to him? Now this ability. Let's look at the Ascended version. That's all that matters. An AoE attack, 100% chance, does book up to 100% chance of placing HP burn for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted. That's very cool because that takes away those 3% chances to be resisted from whatever dungeon you're running him on, and it makes it irrelevant. So now he is always going to be placing HP burn no matter what. Doesn't even need accuracy. Needs 0 accuracy except for provoke, but if you want to build him just survivable, HP burn would be perfectly fine. I would imagine that he could solo stage 25 of spiders. I wonder if he could do solo stuff with our attack on a different stage, though. Probably not, because he only has HP burn, so no other mechanics past that. But as far as spider, stage 24, got a feeling he could solo that. I don't see why not. And placing the burns, yeah, he probably could. Just make him tanky, make him fast. Don't need to provoke because he's going to be the only champion alive. And he's defense-based, so very, very solid legendary champion. One of the legendary champions who are really... I know he's used in teams later in the game, and he's definitely great early in the game as well. So if you pull this champion, there's a pretty good chance you're actually going to use him. Matter of fact, I know some speed teams on stage 10 hard of Spider that use him. I'm 99% sure. HP, 18,000. Defense, 1,200. So pretty good base stats. But let me see this real quick. Go to Spider. Stage 10 hard. Check this out. So Ignatius isn't in any of these teams. Maybe not on the top 10, the top teams of the week. This is Biggin. Surprised to see him, honestly. A top team of the week. What is the top team of the week based off of? Is it based off of speed, turns, runs, Harvest Jack? What are these based off of, I wonder? The teams that are ran the most? I have no clue. Like, what qualifies you as being a top team of the week? What do you have to do to, like, why is this a top team of the week? No Hex, good damage on the Spiderlings, I guess, and then some HP burn to kill the rest. Cool. These teams are all neat, but it doesn't make sense to me, like why they're the best. I want to understand what is going on here, because I just don't understand. Now, little extra thing to just top it off. We had a shard pull session there. Hopefully you guys don't mind sticking around for a little bit more than just a shard pull, because I feel like I'd done a shard pull video 2 days ago, and I did. The Hydra Clash. This is what's going on currently. So for me, my bracket, 40 keys used. I've not used any of my keys yet, as you can imagine. Speaking of, I got to go upgrade a Corpulent Cadaver. But we got this stuff going on over here. 8.5, 8, 6.4, 3.7, 3.4. Right now we're looking pretty good. We got a little gap. Some of our biggest members have not hit yet. So I'm hoping that, granted, this clan right here is doing pretty good as well. They're only 1.5 mil behind us. So I got to make sure I really make my keys count. If not, it could be a pretty bad situation. Let's go ahead and take a Corpulent Cadaver, though. Because I see him use so much, I got to go ahead and do this, right? Not that. Upgrade rank. Can I complete this action? Let's go ahead and make him max level. Upgrade rank. Apply. I don't use feasts really ever, to be honest. And now we'll just run through Minotaur, because I like to do stuff, you know, somewhat efficient. So we'll do Minotaur, give him these spam spacebar to fast upgrade here. Boom, the Ascension animation's irrelevant. But all right, guys, I've kept you all long enough. I hope you all enjoyed that little bit of, I guess, window into my life there in the beginning. So best of luck on the fusion. Hopefully you guys are all doing well with it. Hopefully you haven't misstepped and missed any of the events, causing you to miss the fusion entirely. But yeah, let me know if you have anything you want to see done with Emic before you actually get them. I do have access to the test server for a little bit longer, so I will put out some videos on that. But with that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.